everyone knows Minecraft, but not a lot of people know about the creator of Minecraft, Notch. And well, his story is, let's just say for now, interesting.
On the 15th of September 2014, Notch sold Minecraft to Microsoft for a price of $2.5 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Not exactly a bad day at the office. After purchasing a $70 million LA mansion and forming relationships with some of the most influential and famous people in the world, the expectation of life following such might have been happiness, fulfillment, and freedom. However, the reality for
It never is, though. Let's be completely honest. It never is, though. Especially when you start the video like this. You know it's not gonna be good.
Minecraft's founder was actually quite the opposite. Within less than a year of selling Minecraft, Marcus Notch Person's life had become lonely, unfulfilled, and disordered, expressed through his relationships with other well-known influencers.
We used to be like, let's hang out with Notch all the time. We would call him, and me personally, but without Justin, I would reach out and say, hey, let's...
Oof, I mean, do you need friends when your friends are Ethan and Hila Klein? I think you're better alone, honestly.
hang out. And every time I would reach out, it was just like a hard no.
Various tweets related to the meaninglessness in his life, and Microsoft's attempt to remove Notch from Minecraft's history. Despite having it all from an outsider's perspective, Notch appears to have very little from an insider's perspective. But it wasn't always like this. There was one point at which Notch was considered a god amongst men.
By kids? You must mean my, like, kids or something.
I kind of always knew that I wanted to make games. And I said so in school to my, like, career counselor thing. And she said, oh, well, that's probably not going to happen.
Notch had been programming since the age of 8, but had little success.
Classic school. You can tell this guy is old because, you know, he lived in the good old school where you said, I want to be an astronaut. And the teacher literally just punched you in the face because that's stupid and no one becomes an astronaut. Oh, no, that's the good stuff. That was the good stuff.
Until the idea of Minecraft would come along in early 2009. And after an incredibly short development period of only 2 months, the game went live and was advertised on internet forums and in YouTube videos.
What I'm playing with is a little Java applet called Minecraft. It's a work in progress, so not all the features in it are fully implemented yet.
However, in the beginning, Minecraft was so basic that a community was formed around the game with one simple goal: learning how to play it. There were no tools, no health, no mobs, no caves. You could build yourself a dirt or cobblestone house, but that was basically all. Notch would notice this and begin to implement various challenging elements into the game, providing Minecraft with some depth, ultimately leading to an explosion in popularity. By 2010, approximately 1 year after its unofficial release in May 2009, the game had sold 1 million copies, likely making Notch a millionaire at minimum after only a year of development. The popularity of Minecraft began to snowball further as friends invited friends to try it out. YouTube videos, brand new servers, a multitude of game-changing updates making...
Yo, did you notice which video he showed right here?
YouTube
That's the Yogscast Minecraft Let's Play. Oh my god, this was a legendary thing back then. This was a huge thing. Everyone knew about this one. It was something else. Okay, man, it feels so long ago at this point. Absolutely unbelievable. And the most interesting thing about Minecraft is honestly the fact that kids still play it. It's like super. It's something that doesn't fade. You know. My dad's sister's kids who are like 10ish play it still. And you know, it's like 10 years past its peak, yet kids still just play it constantly.
Videos, brand new servers, a multitude of game-changing updates making Minecraft more and more appealing to the diverse gaming community. On the 7th of November 2011, Notch would tweet
And now Minecraft is literally, again, for children and speedrunners and whatnot. Man, Fortune streams are the best, what can I say?
4 million, yay. In reference to having sold 4 million copies of the game only 2.5 years after its significantly basic release. Accompanied with this milestone was the announcement that Minecraft was about to be launched out of beta into an official game. And a week later at Minecon 2011, Notch will be given the honors of doing so.
Notch is going to officially release Minecraft.
Minecraft sales had hit 9 million by the end of 2012, then 33 million by the end of 2013.
Wow.
Notch earned himself $101 million in 2012, taken from 150 million in total yearly profit. On top of this, he had racked up a whopping 1.4 million followers on Twitter, displaying his popularity amongst the Minecraft.
I mean, that's honestly, you're selling 33 million copies, and you turn that. Dude, that's like not even 1%. You're turning like 1% of that in your followers. That's not actually that great.
Fan base, also implementing a Temple of Notch adventure map, some videos displaying such having gained upwards of 17 million views to this day. By 2014, sales had once again jumped up past the 50 million mark, and things were looking bright for both Notch and the game. Minecraft had generated almost $1 billion in revenue since 2009, had been launched as a mobile and Xbox 360 game, giving it further access to a new category of gamers, also having more players than ever. But while the popularity of Minecraft had hit an all-time high, for Notch, it would be around the same time that its popularity would go from a blessing to a curse.
Yeah, I have heard about this stuff. I don't know anything too concrete, but yeah. Well, Notch just buys expensive things, and, well, you're probably gonna see because, But man.
But people still get very upset with like me personally, even though I wasn't even working on it anymore. I just figured like, I don't know if I want to put up with this anymore.
Notch explained that by 2014 he was barely working on Minecraft anymore, as Jens Bergensten had taken over as the lead developer following the game's official release in late 2011. Here was the issue. Since Notch was known to be the original creator of Minecraft, and was also still the main shareholder of Mojang, he was getting the majority of hate for every single negative aspect of the game. Notch described this experience to be,
it's very stressful. It really got to me. I didn't want to work on the project anymore because I wanted to just write prototypes or new games and stuff. That's the stuff I actually get happy from doing.
They actually did make a new game, and the best thing is, again, Mojang made actually the best card game in history. Scrolls, it was called. Very simple, but it was amazing. The depth of that game was just so next level. It was so unbelievably good, okay? Scrolls is still to this day the best card game that I have ever played in my life, and it was amazing. But it didn't work out because they spent zero marketing in it, and then they tried to convert Minecraft players, who again are mostly children, to Scrolls players, and that just does not work well, and it didn't.
And on the 16th of June 2014, while sitting with a cold in his Swedish penthouse apartment, he would impulsively tweet out, "Anyone want to buy my share of Mojang so I can move on with my life? Getting hate for trying to do the right thing is not my gig." Notch explained that the tweet was somewhat of a joke. However, within only a day, he had a $2.5 billion offer from Microsoft for his 71% share of Mojang. Notch stated,
and I thought about it for a while and I said, yeah, maybe it's time.
And that following the sale, he planned on working on new prototype games, as that's where his happiness was derived from. After deducting taxes and other various expenses from the sale, Notch ended up with $1.3 billion in cash, placing him in the top 2,000 richest people in the entire world. In a final blog post relating to the sale of...
in an instant. And the best part is, if he just added a single one microtransaction, some kind of thing like, for, color palette unlocks for, character creation, something like that, that guy could have made probably $1 billion per year. 2.5 billion for Minecraft honestly doesn't seem even that much. It's a hell of a lot of money, especially for a child audience, but again, kids spend money. And kids don't have to worry about money. Kids have no concept of money. If they see something, they don't care if it costs $1 or $1 million. And as long as your parents can buy that, they will always give you that money as a child. This is how the world works. So, if they just added some kind of microtransaction that kids would have wanted to buy, that 2.5 billion would be nothing.
the game, Notch would state that it's not about the money, it's about my sanity. However, it's not exactly like Notch was gonna sit back and do nothing with his newly found fortune. Approximately 2 months after the sale of Minecraft, Notch would set an LA property sale record after the purchase of an extravagant $70 million Beverly Hills mansion, apparently outbidding the likes of Jay-Z and Beyonce for the home. From this point onwards, Notch began to live like a king, partying with famous individuals like Zed, Selena Gomez, and Dylan Francis, also beginning to host weekly parties in his 23,000 square foot mansion.
He does have this crazy parties like every Friday. He should at least be self-aware of what he's doing.
He's known. I mean, people know him in LA in the partying scene as the crazy Beverly Hills party guy.
Notch was quite literally living the 16-year-old fantasy lifestyle. A mansion, more than $1 billion cash in the bank, accompanied by a...
Okay, we're kind of at the middle of the video, and currently all I'm seeing is literally Sunny blaming Twitter. And the next part of the video is Twitter. Now, I don't know a lot about this, but I do know Sunny. And Sunny, you know, just takes a topic like this, where, you know, someone's, like, miserable and everyone knows it. And then he just puts forward the most meager things ever. For example, people were commenting on the Hollywood actor blacklist video that, man, he did not say a lot of commonly known things about that stuff. Yeah, like, Sunny just gives forward the... I don't know how he does it. Is he afraid of saying these things? Because as much as I understand about Notch, he literally is miserable because he has no friends. He doesn't consider anyone his friend because, you know, he's just a millionaire that throws parties. People come and go to his parties and whatnot constantly. And, you know, since he got the money, it's not even before he sold his shares to Microsoft. You know, even before that, he was... You know, he didn't think that people are really his friends because he's him, but because he's a millionaire and whatnot. He partied with people that didn't matter, and he never, you know, got close to them or developed any kind of meaningful relationships with people. That's kind of what I understand was Notch's story. But Sunny here is just not... it doesn't look like he's gonna go... Dude, again, Twitter, what the hell? Well, let's see.
Completely free schedule, what many would consider to be the ultimate life. However, unsurprisingly, it wouldn't be long before Notch would reveal the truth behind how depressing such a life truly is.
Yes, it makes sense. Of course it's depressing. Is this a secret, by the way? Lives like this are not depressing. A woman can live a life like this, absolutely no problems. Just get drunk with 3 bottles of champagne per day and sunbath literally every day for the rest of her life, even if her life is like 70 more years. Women can do these things. Men introduce themselves to the business battle of a force multiplier. Okay? That's what we do. Okay? That's our way of dealing with depression like this. Because without purpose for a man, life has absolutely no meaning. There's 2 types of people in this world. And always remember this, boys. There's only 2 types of people in this world. People who don't have money and want to become millionaires, and they think it doesn't matter how you get this money or how you become rich. And people who have money, who understand it matters that how you get this money and what you have done to earn this money. Even if it's illegal, you need to be responsible for making this money. This is why you see a lot of streamers being unhappy, and this is why you actually see, you know, well, they don't understand business and a lot of things, and this is one thing I say constantly. You can easily you can easily find people that have bakeries that don't even make 10K in profit per year. Okay? You can find that, and those owners of those bakeries will still laugh at literal multi-millionaires like XQC and Asmongold and whatnot, because they didn't actually, you know, they did put in the work, but they never feel like they actually earned the money that they earned, you know? It's kind of hard to understand, to explain to people who don't have money or never had money, which is literally the majority of people watching this video. But those of you who have money, you instantaneously just understand what I'm talking about, you know? This is life.
Over the weekend, the man behind Minecraft, the online game, broadcast his stress on Twitter. In a string of melancholy tweets, Marcus Persson wanted the world to know that it's just really hard being a billionaire.
On the 29th of August 2015,
that does sound
approximately
funny
a year
though.
after selling the game, Notch would tweet, hanging out in Ibiza with a bunch of friends and partying with famous people. Able to do whatever I want, and I've never felt more isolated. This tweet seemed to be a catalyst for releasing a bunch of Notch's bottled up emotion, as he would then tweet out, the problem with getting everything is you run out of reasons to keep trying, and human interaction becomes impossible due to imbalance. In Sweden, I will sit around and wait for my friends with jobs and families to have time to do shit, watching my reflection in the mirror. When we sold the company, the biggest effort went into making sure the employees got taken care of, and they all hate me now. Not only did these tweets refer to how lonely Notch had become, but one tweet referenced his marriage that had ended in divorce. Another element of what you might call Notch's tragic life. I found a great girl, but she's afraid of me and my lifestyle and went with a normal person instead. On the 13th of August 2011, Notch married fellow programmer Elin Zetterstrand, the sister of Christopher Zetterstrand, who created some of the popular artwork seen around.
Yo! Did Moses part the sea on this woman, or what's happening right here? Damn, boy!
Around Minecraft. Notch and Elin had a daughter together. However, by July 2012, only 11 months into their marriage, Marcus and Elin had filed for divorce. On the 15th of August 2012,
11 months. I don't even think she actually gets anything from his money. Wow. So, I mean, yeah, that's horrible.
1 year and 2 days after getting married, Notch would tweet out, as of today, I am single, #mixed emotions. It's hard to figure out exactly what to make of both Notch's tweet and his short marriage, but it seemed to reveal that Notch wasn't very good at handling adversity. He sold a $2.5 billion game just because he was tired of being attacked on Twitter, and perhaps this is a bit of a low blow, but he couldn't even stick it out in a marriage for more than 12 months. I'll give further examples later of why this is important, but for now, it's just an interesting thing to consider. Following the previously mentioned Twitter rant about,
like, you know, if your mental is completely gone, marrying is probably just, you know, trying to run away from your initial problems. So obviously it's not gonna work out.
Feeling isolated and lonely, Notch laid relatively low in the media, continuing to program small indie games while hosting his extravagant yet lonely parties at his LA mansion. However, in 2017, Notch began to appear in the mainstream media once again, this time for his political opinions.
Mr. Minecraft, Notch himself, has descended from the heavens to give us his beautiful opinion.
Disgusting.
In the beginning, Notch's political tweets were somewhat mild in flavour. And on the 13th of June 2017, he would tweet out, most people who proclaim to be feminist online these days are overtly sexist against men. Now obviously this tweet received backlash, because, well, I mean, it's Twitter, need I say any more? But politics aside, you'd think that perhaps the backlash from this tweet would have prompted Notch to avoid controversial topics. However, within 2 weeks of this initial tweet, he would turn up the heat with some slightly more controversial tweets. If you're against the concept of heterosexual Pride Day, you're a complete and deserve to be shot, accompanied by "it's okay to be white" and "privilege is a made-up metric used to silence and repress. We are all different and that is okay. We listen to individuals and help each other based on individual strengths and needs. We do not generalize based on skin color, bigot." These tweets would prompt replies such as, "Wow, I thought you were a cool person with interesting things to say. What a disappointment. It's not okay to couch your racism in statements like it's okay to be white. It's not okay to post seemingly innocuous statements in an attempt to rile people up so you can have your ego flattered. I've said it before, Marcus, your problem is that you became successful." Notch had basically gotten his life into a position where he could say whatever he wanted. At the end of the day, he had sold Minecraft, had billions of dollars, and was always going to be remembered as Minecraft's creator.
Well, he probably had $1 billion.
Right? Well, Microsoft had a different idea. In March 2019, following the deterioration...
Oh no! Wait, no. He definitely had at least $2 billion. Because those sale numbers for like 400 mil a year, that was a private company, I think. So all the profits of a private company do go for, you know who they go for? The guy who owns the company. Yeah, that was Notch. Okay.
of Notch's public image, Microsoft would remove the homepage splashes referencing Notch, specifically made by Notch, the work of Notch, and 110813, the date on which Notch had been married. Now, the reasoning for this seemed somewhat obvious. YouTuber IBX Toycat created a video on the topic titled Minecraft removes all references to Notch, stating that Microsoft had now owned the game for longer than Notch ever had.
So that means that it's been roughly 6 years now since we've had Notch working on any frontline part of the game, and also it means, interestingly, as of this year, we'll have had the game be in Microsoft's hands longer than it was ever in Notch's hands himself.
Meaning that the work of Notch comment wasn't as relevant anymore. However, the removal of Notch from the game was also without a doubt a result of his strong political opinions broadcasted to his Twitter feed.
Do people even care?
Big companies don't like controversy, and Notch is not just a little bit of controversy, he's a lot of controversy on a whole bunch of different levels.
Perhaps another reason Microsoft
I didn't even hear about any of this, by the way, so it's not exactly too much of a controversy, because political controversies, I actually find them very entertaining, so I do pay attention to them. I never saw this.
Had done this was because only one day prior to his removal, someone tweeted at Notch asking, "Notch, what do you think the golden year of Minecraft was?" To which he would respond, 2019. Nah, just kidding, this year sucked for it. To worried fans, remember, it's yours, not theirs. You make your own adventures in there and anywhere else you go. Microsoft's distaste for Notch would then resurface 1 month later in April 2019, when Notch wouldn't be invited to celebrate Minecraft's 10-year anniversary.
The creator of Minecraft, Notch, is not allowed to attend this 10-year anniversary party. Let's see why he's not allowed to attend it.
In an interview with Variety, a spokesperson
That's kind of a low blow.
for Microsoft would state, his comments and opinions do not reflect those of Microsoft or Mojang and are not representative of Minecraft. In a somewhat abstract display of maturity, Notch wouldn't respond to Microsoft for this decision and instead decided to stay quiet on the topic. Since this event, Notch seems to have matured slightly, being a little wiser about what topics he discusses on Twitter. However, there are still many prominent elements relating to Notch's fairly lonely life. He's decided not to marry again with his relationship status unknown. He assumably still resides in his 23,000 square foot LA mansion solo, and it'd be hard to see a shift in the opinion of human interaction becomes impossible due to imbalance when his net worth has increased by $500 million since making this tweet. In a bizarre kind of way, Notch's life became exactly like the very first version of Minecraft. There were no mobs, no lava, no danger, and you could just kind of do whatever. While the lack of challenge provides complete freedom and safety, it also made the game kind of boring. The game only blew up and became popular when a creeper had the potential to blow up your house, or you could lose your diamonds that you spent so long finding simply because you weren't careful and decided to dig straight down. The challenge is what made the game
that's a very interesting dig straight down.
Playing, as is the case with many aspects of daily life. Notch stated that the reason he sold Minecraft was because he was tired of being blamed for things that weren't his fault, but in a weird way this was the challenge sustaining him. When he sold Minecraft, he had no game to fix, no people to deal with, no one telling him what to do, and his ultimate problem became his eventual lack of problems. $1 billion and nothing to do is Minecraft Classic all over again. There's no challenge. It's an extravagant dirt house without the potential for a creeper to come and blow it up. It's having a portal to the nether while playing in peaceful mode. It's playing Skyblock if the chest were to already have hundreds of resources ready for you to use. Each situation sounds incredibly awesome in theory, but when played out in reality, you're bored after 10 minutes. This was best highlighted in Notch's tweet stating, "The problem with getting everything is you run out of reasons to keep trying. The challenge is what makes a game worth playing and a life worth living."
I wonder, is Sunny coming to these conclusions because he understands these things, or because Notch tweeted these things? Because again, I have said this once, and I've say this again. Sunny makes good videos, but he's not a smart guy. Sunny's kind of an idiot.
And it seems as though Notch discovered this the hard way after renouncing all of the difficult aspects in his life, exchanged for what he assumed would be the dream life, but unfortunately being greeted with loneliness, unfulfillment, and despair on the other side of.
If I was Notch, I would seek fulfillment in my life by starting beef with Beyonce and Jay-Z because I bought the house they wanted to buy. At least that would be funny for a while. That's some good stuff right there.
Of the equation.
That's it. Wow. Well, Sunny, I guess he did talk about this. Well, he gave kind of an overall summary. I guess that's it. Well, not the best, not the worst. I guess, you know, this is a 5 out of 10 from Sunny. Well, anyway, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.